technology that is built for your every sense. Acer Pure from Acer.
Moving on, in his Independence Day address, Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed RSS, calling the sacrifice hallmark of the organization. Marking nearly a century of its service, the Prime Minister said RSS has played a key role in nation building and saluted all the Swayamsevaks.
आज मैं बहुत गर्व के साथ एक बात का जिक्र करना चाहता हूं। आज से 100 साल पहले एक संगठन का जन्म हुआ, राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ। 100 साल की राष्ट्र की सेवा एक बहुत ही गौरवपूर्ण स्वर्णिम पृष्ठ है। व्यक्ति निर्माण से राष्ट्र निर्माण के संकल्प को लेकर के 100 साल तक मां भारती का कल्याण का लक्ष्य लेकर के लक्षावधि स्वयंसेवकों ने मातृभूमि के कल्याण के लिए अपना जीवन समर्पित किया है। सेवा, समर्पण, संगठन और अप्रतिम अनुशासन ये जिसकी पहचान रही है, ऐसा राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ दुनिया का ये सबसे बड़ा एनजीओ है। एक प्रकार से 100 साल का उसका समर्पण का इतिहास है। आज लाल किले की प्राचीर से 100 साल की इस राष्ट्र सेवा की यात्रा में योगदान करने वाले सभी स्वयंसेवकों को आदरपूर्वक स्मरण करता हूं।
Moving on, we have some breaking inputs coming in. Flashpoint over Prime Minister's praise of RSS. Asaduddin Owaisi says this is an insult to the freedom fighters, calls RSS a bigger threat than China. Let me go across to my colleague Sagarika, who's joining us on the broadcast with more details. Sagarika, over to you.
So, Asaduddin Owaisi, the AIMIM chief, says, and I quote, glorifying the RSS in an Independence Day speech is an insult to the freedom struggle. The RSS and its ideological allies served as British foot soldiers. They never joined the fight for independence and hated Gandhi more than they ever opposed the British. Happy Independence Day to all. Prime Minister Modi has once again reminded us why it is necessary to learn real history and honor the real heroes. If we don't, the day isn't far when cowardice will be sold to us as the highest form of bravery. The RSS rejects the values of inclusive nationalism that motivated our freedom fighters. The ideology of Hindutva believes in exclusion and is anti-ethical to the values of our constitution. Modi could have gone to Nagpur to praise the RSS as a Swayamsevak. Why did he have to do it from the Red Fort as the Prime Minister? And then comes the most shocking part of his criticism, Swati, where he says, China remains our biggest external threat, but the greater danger lies within. That is the hate and division spread by the Sangh Parivar. We must defeat all such forces to truly safeguard our freedom. So here it is Asaduddin Owaisi, while criticizing the Prime Minister for praising the RSS, is going on to draw a parallel. Here he says that while China remains our external threat, we have a greater danger within, and that is the ideology of hate that is permeated and perpetuated by the Sangh Parivar. Over to you, Swati.
All right, Saga, thank you very much for getting us the details. We also have Pragya on the broadcast. So Pragya, in a way, Asaduddin Owaisi has called RSS an internal threat to India.
Well, Swati, what BJP and RSS have been saying about all opposition parties attacking RSS is that these parties also need to know RSS well before they make any comment on RSS. And Prime Minister, being a Swayamsevak, he knows what RSS stands for, the principles and the ideals. And this is exactly why Prime Minister mentioned RSS today. He has been also mentioning all the Jayantis, be it, Jyotiba Phule, but RSS is also completing its 100 years.
All right, Pragya, please stay on with us. Sorry to interrupt you. We have Mr. Pramod Tiwari of the Congress joining us on the broadcast. Pramod Tiwari ji, your first reaction. The Prime Minister has hailed RSS contribution 100 years in service, in Janata ki service. Is it fair to call RSS the internal threat? Asaduddin Owaisi and the Congress as well, the opposition hitting out at the Prime Minister for praising RSS?
मैं सीधे सीधे एक बात कह देना चाहता हूं, ना मैं ओबीसी ने क्या कहा सुना है और ना मैं उनके किसी इस पे कमेंट करता हूँ, ना मोदी जी पे। जहाँ तक चाइना का सवाल है, वो हमारा एक्सटर्नल थ्रेट है और उसको हम सब मिलकर उसका मुकाबला करेंगे। जहाँ तक आरएसएस की बात है, आरएसएस पहले तो कल्चरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन था, ऐसा कहा जाता था, पर अब तो लग रहा है कि सरकार वही चला रहे हैं। आज मोदी जी ने जितनी प्रशंसा की, वो ये साबित करता है कि मोदी जी कमजोर हो रहे हैं पॉलिटिकली। वरना याद करिए, चुनाव के दौरान कहा गया था आरएसएस रहे, समर्थन करे न करे, हम चुनाव जीतेंगे। ये किसने कहा था? भाजपा के प्रेसिडेंट ने, नड्डा साहब ने। तो इन दोनों के अपने कमेंट हैं, अपने स्वार्थ के लिए, अपने राजनीतिक फायदे के लिए। मैं दोनों का उस पर कोई प्रतिक्रिया न देते हुए इतना ही कहना चाहूंगा, देश की सुरक्षा सबसे बड़ी है, चाहे जिस संगठन से खतरा हो, कानून अपना काम करेगा।
लेकिन एक कांग्रेस के नेता होने के नाते आपकी अपनी व्यक्तिगत राय क्या है इस बारे में?
इस बारे में
जो प्रधानमंत्री ने आरएसएस के कंट्रीब्यूशन की सराहना की।
मैं इतना कहना चाहता हूं कि कई मौकों पे ये साबित हुआ है कि आरएसएस ने सांप्रदायिक संकट पैदा किया है देश के सामने और ध्रुवीकरण के लिए उन्होंने प्रयास किया है। ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए। मैं मानता हूं कि आरएसएस की विचारधारा, अब जैसे भागवत जी ने कहा कि आरएसएस से आया कि पंथ निरपेक्ष और समाजवाद हट जाना चाहिए। मैं इससे सहमत नहीं हूं। जो संविधान का स्वरूप है वही रहना चाहिए।
All right, Pramod Tiwari, thank you very much for speaking with us. Let me go back to my colleague Pragya on the broadcast. Pragya, Pramod Tiwari, however, not taking a stand on the controversy, but Asaduddin Owaisi has come out, hitting out at the BJP, at the Prime Minister as well, calling RSS an even bigger threat. He says China is an external threat, but RSS is an internal threat. There are others in the opposition as well who have questioned Prime Minister's praise of RSS on Independence Day.
Well, Swati, I believe that these opposition parties, and in fact BJP has been mentioning that opposition parties are saying everything that Prime Minister says, are opposing everything that Prime Minister says. In fact, remember, there was a time when RSS chief made a remark on stepping aside at 75, and that had stirred a political row. And many of the opposition parties had come on record to say that it was a comment on Prime Minister, and in fact, RSS is saying the right thing, and Prime Minister should listen to them for once. So, it is also a matter of how they appropriate what RSS says and how they appropriate, various organizations as well. According to convenience,
all right.
They go with RSS.
Pragya, please stay on with us. I have to interrupt you again because we have Mr. Varis Pathan of the AIMIM joining us on the broadcast. Isn't it taking this too far, Varis Pathan, to say that China is an external threat, but even bigger threat is RSS, to call it an internal threat to the country?
We're glorifying the RSS in the Independence Day speech and insult to the freedom struggle. RSS वही थी जिन्होंने हमारे तिरंगे का कभी सम्मान नहीं किया। इन्होंने 52 बरस तक हमारे तिरंगे को अपने नागपुर के हेडक्वार्टर में नहीं लहराया। इनके लिए तो हमारा तिरंगा अपशुगन था। ये कहां से देशभक्त बन गए? इन्होंने कौन सी जंग आजादी में हिस्सा लिया था? जंग आजादी की लड़ाई में तो हमारे लोगों ने जाने गंवाई। ये कहां था आजाद? ये तो माफीनामे में माफीनामे लिखते जा रहे थे ये लोग। तो हमारे ये जो शहीद है, ये उनका मजाक बनाया जा रहा है क्या? ये इंसल्ट है। तो ये हम तो चाहते हैं कि इस तरह की भाषा जो प्रधानमंत्री ने की है इंडिपेंडेंस डे के दिन, ये सही है। गलत बात है पूरी की पूरी तरह।
लेकिन ये शहीदों का अपमान किस तरह से हुआ? अगर आरएसएस जनसेवा में है पिछले 100 सालों से, उसका जिक्र अगर प्रधानमंत्री कर रहे हैं, तो उसका मतलब हाउ इज दैट इक्वल टू इंसल्टिंग द ब्रेव्स?
I am saying the same thing, that since for 52 years did not hoisted a tricolor on the Nagpur headquarters. So how do they become the Rashtrapat? And what did they do during the independence? What is the contribution for the independence of our great nation? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel has banned the RSS. We know that, and he said everything. Why is the RSS was banned? Why the RSS was banned? And now glorifying the RSS from the Red Fort is a clear insult to the freedom struggle of our great nation. They were the foot soldiers of the British, as we all, everybody knows. So saying this kind of thing on an Independence Day from the Red Fort is not proper on the part of the Prime Minister of the country.
All right,
If you
Mr.
wanted
Varis
to say something, would have gone to the RSS headquarters and said something from there.
All right, Mr. Varis, thank you very much for speaking with us on the broadcast. Pragya continues to be with us. Pragya, once again, another leader in the opposition. It's the AIMIM now, after others questioning Prime Minister's praise of RSS.
Absolutely right. And in fact, that has been an ideological opponent. In fact, RSS had been their ideological opponent. And this is why they're also against RSS. And this is not a first attack that has come from the opposition. But yes, mentioning of Prime Minister at an Independence Day speech about RSS is a very big thing. This is the first time. But it also showcases what RSS stands for. And Prime Minister being part of RSS, he had been a Swayamsevak all his life. He believes that RSS stands for nationalism, RSS stands for service to nation, and there has been n number of examples where people have, given their life to ensure that there is the kind of nationalism and also service to the nation that they can do. They have dedicated their life, and this is also a tribute to them, as Prime Minister said in his mention, and he said that he also takes a great pride that 100 years ago an organization was born that was RSS. And it is dedicated to the national service. So the attack of the opposition has always been that they never participated in independence, in freedom movement. And also, they are the one who are anti-national, and they were in fact against Mahatma Gandhi and all those leaders who stood for it. However, there have been very substantial counters that have come from RSS and BJP on, at various points of time on all these counts, in fact. And RSS, RSS became RSS in 1925. That was a fairly, by the time we got independence, it was a fairly new organization. Fighting Britishers, also the people, they have been part of, every political party was known as Congress Party. There was no other as such party.
Yes. Pragya, please stay on with us. There are more reactions coming in on the broadcast. Stay on with us, Pragya. Jairam Ramesh has also responded to this. Jairam Ramesh says, and I quote, "The most troubling element of the Prime Minister's speech today was his name-checking of the RSS from the ramparts of the Red Fort, a blatant breach of the spirit of a constitutional secular republic. It is nothing but a desperate attempt to appease the organization in the run-up to his 75th birthday next month. Decisively weakened after the events of 4th June 2024, he is now at their complete mercy and reliant on Mohan Bhagwat's good offices for the extension of his tenure post-September. This politicization of Independence Day for personal and organizational gain is deeply corrosive to our democratic ethos." So leader after leader in the opposition questioning Prime Minister, praising RSS and thanking the organization for its sacrifice and contribution to the nation, in nation building. Well, we have another reaction coming in from the DMK. The DMK has also waded in asking, what has the RSS achieved?
The Prime Minister has gone ahead and stated that it's a big NGO, the RSS. NGOs have a charter. NGOs are registered with statutory authorities. With which statutory authority the RSS is registered with? Who are the office bearers? Do they have a transparent bylaw? Can anybody become a member of the RSS? I hope the Prime Minister will clarify all these things before he compares RSS with the NGO. And this NGO, which the Prime Minister speaks highly of, did not hoist the national flag in their office until very recently.